so I'm gonna probably speak less clearly. This week was pretty emotional. I had a lot of issues with communication. A few nights ago, I even had an anxiety attack over it. I've basically cried almost every day. But, so my thing is that I started having these thoughts of I hate having my speech impediment. And I thought I was over it, like, neutral, like, okay, I have it. I can still talk, right? Well, not. I can still talk, but, like, it's just harder. And I never had, like, huge issues, only occasional huge issues, but never this much. And some of them were definitely my fault, like, my customer service voice, I speak faster, my voice level goes higher. And I knew in my head to speak slower, I just didn't act on it. But there were definitely some moments that I could have been able to fix that I wish there was more effort into it, but I recognized them, I just didn't comprehend what they were. When, like, I got the indications that I wasn't being understood. As I mentioned in the previous video, I believe, I can recognize if someone can understand me by what they say. That did happen, but when I was going to try to fix what was said, it was just like, conversation ended, conversation gone, and lots of miscommunications, and yeah. And I couldn't really figure out why it was bothering me as much as I did, but then, like, and I don't actually want to make this video until I knew for sure. I'm still not entirely sure, but I think it's because it's happened in the past, with it being that major. Specifically with the substitute that happened once, the whole class stood up for me. I was able to leave class. This was in an English class, but I actually kind of forgot about that. And I think that's why it affected me as much as it did, but just brought back, like, oh yeah, there's a portion of people who can't understand me, whether or not I'm trying. And the thing is, when I get emotional, it's harder for me to speak right. Like right now, I'm remembering stuff, and it's getting harder for me to speak. It's getting harder to talk right. I made another video where there was just like this long gap of me just trying to keep it together. I'm making this video because the last one was way too long. Even edited, it was too long. But I'm going to try to give a quick example before I get emotional again. You could be trying to draw like a picture like of a house, and then there's that one small detail you can't tell what it is. Like, oh hey, is that a barnyard, or like a house with just a random porch near the top, even though it's not 2 stories. Like, you can't quite tell what it is, you know what it's supposed to be, or like you have context to what it could be, but you don't know for sure. It's like miscommunication. That's a terrible example. Both these examples are going to be bad, but top of my head. Another example. You could be learning 2 languages, as I think I've mentioned in the past. For me, a specific example would be trying to learn sign language. I could understand signs, but the rate at which they're being signed to me when I'm taking tests, I couldn't understand the whole sentence. So I'd have to use what I could recognize being signed, and I'd also have to and I'd also like read the sentences to see what made the most sense with what I read. And I didn't always get them right, of course, but that's basically how it can be compared to. But yeah, I'm gonna stop this now.